I'm striving to get rich. That's why I almost went 2 years without buying shoes and fits. Things change now. My mom hearing me with my music and she look a little proud.
Yo, what's up, world? Welcome back to the channel. APW Sports signing in. It's Tuesday, so you guys already know what time it is. It is time for the power ranking video this week. But before I get into anything, make sure that you guys are staying safe. And also, click that subscribe button and click that notification bell so you will not miss a single video. Keeping the intro short, let's dive into this video. First up, Washington. I'm going to put them at an F. This entire NFC East division, let's just face it, this division is absolute garbage. And Washington, quarterback, you don't know what to expect, even though Alex Smith is projected to be the starter with Kyle Allen dislocating his ankle and them doing Dwayne Haskins absolutely wrong. But this team is just not any good at all. Next, we have the San Francisco 49ers. Whew. I'm going to put the 49ers here. And to me, I think it's more for the injury's sake. If the injury bug didn't hit this team so bad, I would have them above there. But it's just way too many injuries for this team to overcome. And if you watch my video about them, I think they should rebuild. I think it's time for them to tank. Next, we have the Bears. I don't want to spend too much time on this team. I really don't. But I'm going to put them at a D. I'm sorry. This offense is just... You know what? No, I'm going to upgrade them to a C. Defensively is the only reason they're to a C. This offense is just god-awful. God-awful offense. And from all the signs, I don't see it getting that much better at all. Next, we have the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm still going to keep them at a D. The team plays absolutely hard. I love what Joe Burrow is doing. And I love what this team is starting to become as a young football team. So I'm going to have them at a D. Next, we have the Buffalo Bills. They're elevated to an A. They are elevated to an A. Especially to the way that this defense was able to kind of slow down the Seahawks offense, albeit the Seahawks offensive line is not very good. But the way this team looked against the Seattle Seahawks, I didn't expect that game to be so high scoring with that Buffalo Bills offense. But Josh Allen is really coming into his own this year, and this Buffalo Bills team is very, very scary. Very, very scary. Next, Denver Broncos. I'm going to have to put them in an F. Quarterback situation, Drew Lock. Is he starting to look like he might not be the guy? The defense is just not very good right now. And this Broncos team is just not very good. It's not a very good football team at all. Next, we have the Cleveland Browns. Going to put them... Ooh, this was a tough one. I gotta put them at a C. I gotta put them at a C. They've had some struggles. I've liked Baker Mayfield for not majority, but he's better than most quarterbacks in this league. And this defense is playing okay. It's just they haven't really showed up against the better teams in this league. So I'm gonna put the Browns at a C. Next, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm going to drop them down to a B. Not just for the fact that they lost. That has no reason to do with it. But the way they looked against the Saints, that did not look very good at all. Tom Brady struggled. The defense struggled. And that was one question I always had about this team coming in, was the defense. Could this hold up? It didn't hold up last week against the Saints. That was not a great showing by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers team at all. Next, we have the Arizona Cardinals. I'm going to put them in a C. I still believe in this team. I still believe this team can do good things. It's just, I think a lot of it is because but some of the pieces are so young, and they're still learning how to win football games, especially with Kyler Murray as quarterback. And the defense, it could be better. Pass rush is not necessarily the best. Not having Chandler Jones really hurts this defense, but I just still feel this Arizona team is really good. I still believe in them, but that was not a good loss. That was not a good loss. That was not a loss to a team that was up to their level, in my opinion. Even though this Dolphins team has played well, I really feel Arizona should have won that game if it wasn't for their own mistakes and Zane Gonzalez bombing that field goal. Next, we have the Chargers. I'm going to put the Chargers at the D. They just get in their own way a lot. They make a lot of mistakes. They turn the football over sometimes, and this team had chances to win this game against the Raiders. They really were in this football game the entire game. It's just a couple of plays here and there. We could be talking about a different record with this Chargers team. It's just they haven't been able to get over their hump in late game situations so far this season. They've been in pretty much every game. It's just they haven't got over their hump of actually winning those close games. Next, we have the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, come on now. This offense is clicking at all cylinders right now. Patrick Mahomes is looking absolutely amazing. Clyde Edwards-Helaire has been a very, very big surprise and very productive for this Kansas City offense. I still have a little bit to question about their defense, but the way this offense is playing right now, top notch, top level. Next, we have the Indianapolis Colts. I'm going to put the Colts here. They were screwed out of that interception by Marcus Peters. I think that kind of really changed the momentum of that football game. Not to say that the Colts could have won that game, but I really, really think that interception just really changed the momentum of that game. The Colts team is not a very bad football team. They turn the ball over at inopportune situations, and the defense is still a good defense in my opinion. It's just, was that big early surge at number one, was it really, really a sustainable thing? It doesn't look like it so far, but I still think that this Colts team is not a bad team at all. Next, we have the Cowboys. I'm still going to leave them in an F. Even though they were in this game against the Pittsburgh Steelers, they got in their own way. They really got in their own way with mistakes. They really got in their own way with turnovers. And I think that just sums up the season for the Dallas team. And it has not looked the same since Dak Prescott went down with an injury. This football team has just not looked the same at all. And oddly enough, that game was their last win this year. Next, we have the Miami Dolphins. This team is really, really coming on. It is really, really coming on. I'm going to put them at a C. It's really, really coming on. Tua is playing a lot better than I expected. Even though I didn't really 100% agree with the move to go to Tua, but so far it has looked like it has worked. It's galvanized his football team. Ryan Fitzpatrick is handling really well. The defense is playing better. The offense is moving the football, and I think they are the biggest surprise of this year. This Dolphins team is the biggest surprise of this 2020 season. Next, we're going to have the Philadelphia Eagles. Only because they're in the top of the division, I'm going to have them at a D. But this NFC East is just so freaking bad. It's so freaking bad. Eagles aren't any better. They're just on top by default. They're not a very healthy football team, number one. And they've had some struggles, I think mainly on the defensive side of the ball. The Eagles team has really, really struggled this year. The offense has had its up and down moments. Carson Wentz has been a turnover guy. It's just, this offense is just, I don't know what to say about this Eagles team. Next, we have the Atlanta Falcons. Gonna have them at a D. Offensively, this Falcons team is good. I've always questioned the defense. Then they almost blew a game last week against the Broncos. Defensively, this team just cannot hold the lead. This cannot hold the lead. Offensively, they can score points with the best of them. It's just this defense is not very good at all. It's not good. Next, we have the Giants. I'm still gonna have them at an F. I'm sorry, this Giants team is not good. This whole NFC East None of them are going to be above a D. It's not a very good football team. Daniel Jones is still a turnover guy. The defense, I mean, they were playing Washington, so I'm not going to put too much stock in the victory there. Just not. I'm just not. Next, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars. This team is not very good either. Gardner Minshew benched. I mean, not benched. I'm sorry. He was hurt. Jake Loudon, I don't want to mistake that name. He played very well, but this is just not a very good football team. It's not. Offensively, they can move the ball and get some things done, but the defense is just not good at all. Next, we have the Jets. They have their own category. The way they blew that game against the Patriots, they were ahead of that game for majority of it and blew it. Absolutely blew it in absolute Jet fashion. Blew it. It's not a good team. Let's move on. Next, we're going to have the Detroit Lions. Gonna put Detroit, I can't put them at an F because they're not absolutely awful. It's just they make too many mistakes, and it's not a very consistent team at all. It's not a very consistent football team at all. And they make too many mistakes to really keep them above water in games. They make too many mistakes. Next, we have the Green Bay Packers. I'm going to put them at a B. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to leave them there. I'm going to leave them at a B because I think the run defense needs work. Albeit they did play the 49ers last week, who was God-ridden with injuries. Aaron Rodgers looked like Aaron Rodgers. But this team is just riddled with problems stopping the run. Aaron Rodgers looks good, but the run defense, I think, can use some improvement. Pass rush is getting better, but offensively, this team is really good offensively. Next, we have the Carolina Panthers. They've been on a real schneid. They've been on a schneid the past couple of weeks. I still believe in Teddy Bridgewater. It's just, I don't think this defense is not necessarily the best. They were really in that game for majority of the game against the Chiefs. It's just defensively, they weren't able to make the key stops that they really needed to have. Offensively, getting Christian McCaffrey back, even though he's hurt again now, really boosted this offense. Like I said, I believe in Bridgewater. It's just this defense has not been playing very good this year. Next is the New England Patriots. Despite the win, I'm going to put them at a D. This defense, you let the Jets get you like that. I don't know what it is about this Patriots team. Tom Brady is not there, but it's honestly at the same point, it's been a defensive team for majority of their run, and defense is not very good right now. It's just not. They can't really get after the quarterback consistently. Secondary is okay, but they've let up plays too. I just feel this New England defense has been hurting them. Cam Newton struggling, haven't been the best either, but this defense has just not been playing very good football. Next, we have the Raiders. The Raiders have been another surprise team. Derek Carr has looked really good the past couple of weeks. And let's just say the defense has been playing better. I like how Jonathan Abrams plays football. And Darren Waller has been a dynamic weapon for them at the tight end position. So I'm going to leave the Raiders at a C. I like how this offense is clicking. The defense is playing better. I just still really think that they make some mistakes at inopportune times. But this team has been a really surprise to me too. Next, we're going to have the LA Rams. I'm going to put them at a B. I can't put them on the same level as some of these other teams. I'm going to put them at a B. Offensively, they've looked really well. Aaron Donald has been, let's just face it, Aaron Donald. But this LA Rams team, I didn't think they were going to be as good as they are now coming into this year, to be honest with you guys. But they have really been a good football team. And Sean McVay has really called a very good offensive playing this year. It's just, against the Dolphins, they were just really out of their element and turning the football over. But next we have the Baltimore Ravens. After that loss, I'm going to put them in a B. No, they didn't. I'm sorry. They didn't lose. I still don't. This team still worries me as far as passing outside the numbers. Defensively, very stellar defense. Offensively, the running game, excellent. It's just what really worries me about the Ravens is when is it time to really throw the ball outside the numbers? Can they really beat you? That's going to be my biggest question about this Ravens football team. Great everywhere else. Is just attacking the field outside the numbers. When it's really, really pressured for them to do so, can they succeed? I like this team, but that's one question I really do have about this team. Next, we're going to have the Saints. I'm going to put them in an A. I am going to put this football team in an A. The way that they were able to dominate the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Sunday night, Drew Brees looking as accurate as Drew Brees has been, and that defense getting after Tom Brady and making him turn the football over. Between A and B for the Seattle football team, but I'm gonna have them at an A for now. But that game against the Buffalo Bills really left some questions defensively. The offensive line has not been great all year. I still believe this Seahawks team can get things done. I still believe they can improve on a couple of areas. But that did leave a bit of a question letting up that many points against the Buffalo Bills. I'm still going to have them at an A, but there are questions. There are questions there. Next, Pittsburgh, undefeated, 8-0. Scary contest against the Dallas Cowboys, who were up to the task to play them. Big Ben going down. And now, breaking news, he's on the COVID list. So, we'll see how this team looks going this week, but so far this season, I still think this is the most complete football team. Offensively and defensively, I still believe that this team is the most complete football team that we have this year. The Chiefs, I think, and the Saints are right behind them at 2 and 3, but I really feel this Steelers team is the most complete football team that we have. Next, the Houston Texans, coming off a win against the Jaguars. I'm going to have them at a D. This team has looked a little bit different since the firing of Bill O'Brien. I love Deshaun Watson. I love watching this man play football. He's a very excellent quarterback. I love watching how he plays. It's just questions on this defense. This defense has not looked very good all season. And that was not one of the questions I thought would be going into this year. I thought this defense was really going to be solid, but it has been a big disappointment defensively. Next, the Tennessee Titans. I'm going to have them at a B. Against this Bears team, they made the Bears offense look like the crap show that they've been. Offensively, they were really able to get some things going. Despite playing a top Bears defense, Ryan Tannehill was able to make some plays in the passing game. Even though Derrick Henry was slowed down, this Titans team still was able to move the football and still able to have some success against a team with a great defense like the Chicago Bears has. I'm going to have them at a B. And last but not least, the Minnesota Vikings. Dalvin Cook has been unbelievable. He has been unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm still not a believer in Kirk Cousins, but the defense was able to make some plays against Detroit, and Dalvin Cook has, like I said, has been unbelievable the past couple of weeks. But that concludes my power rankings. Be sure to leave it a like, guys, so we can help defeat the YouTube algorithms. And also, comment your thoughts down below of the power rankings that I have for this week. And also click that subscribe button and also click that notification bell so we can continue to grow as a channel. But that's all I have for you guys today. APW Sports signing out. Make sure you guys stay safe. Have a great and excellent day. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
I wanna say thank you to my mom and my daddy for making love the night that you had me. Wanna thank my friends, my sister and my brother.